Hi everybody, this is Nathan from Rain Networks with part 2 of our Bitdefender GravityZone Cloud video. So if you watched part 1 of our video series here on Bitdefender GravityZone Cloud, we walked through the email that you get from Bitdefender to set up an account. We then logged into the portal, and I mentioned that really the first thing you want to do when you get logged into the portal is start creating your companies. And that's done on the left here under the company section. And the reason that's important is because in the next step, when we go to the network section, we now want to start loading software for the companies that we put into the GravityZone Cloud. And these are not containers until we've created them as companies in the company section. So you got to create them in the company section first, then they will show up as companies in the network browser. Okay, so let's talk about how we actually get software on our company computers. And that really starts with packages. What Bitdefender does is they have installation packages that they allow you to create. And the idea here is if you're a technical service company and you have, 20 companies that you're doing technical service for, you could create multiple packages for each one of those companies. Why would you do that? Well, different companies have different needs. Let's go into the package creation process and you'll kind of see some of the options that are available. So you'll see that they break it down by modules right here. So let's say you had a customer that said, hey, I'm never going to need the firewall. That's just not something that I would want. And I don't think I would ever need device control. So you can go in here. Let me just go ahead and select a company to assign these to. Here's another reason why you need companies is because you need a company to assign the package to. I'm going to go ahead and select these for our XYZ landscaping company. And let's say that XYZ landscaping, I just didn't feel like they needed the firewall piece and they'll never need the device control piece. Well, it's best to leave them with the most efficient product possible, which means we're going to take out what they don't need. And so they're going to use content control and advanced threat control, and those are the only other additional modules. You'll notice here what is grayed out is anti-malware, which means there's no way you can deselect that. Everybody's getting anti-malware in this package. It's not a possibility to turn that on or off. But this is kind of the start of different packages. Some companies will have a package with a firewall, some will have without. It's just different options. This power user feature is kind of interesting. This gives the user the ability to disable their scan engines. Now, at first glance, you might say, well, why would I ever want to give an end user that power? Sometimes it's necessary. We have, for example, a tax accounting firm I was talking to recently where they install and uninstall their accounting software often. And so when they do that, they need to be able to turn off the scanning modules. And so giving people power user capability is something that they needed. You just have to be careful with how you delegate those kinds of that kind of rights. Okay, so this is the package creation policy. And one of the things I'm going to put in here is I'm going to put without relay because we're going to make a separate policy later with a relay, and I'm going to explain what the relay does. Okay, so we've made a package. It's our test package without relay. And now I'm going to make a second package. And we're going to also assign this to XYZ company. So test package with relay. Okay, XYZ landscape. I'm going to take off firewall and device control. But what I'm going to select here is relay. What is relay? What does he do? He's actually very important to the Bitdefender process. So what relay does is if you're installing Bitdefender on a machine with 20 computers, it would be nice if we could have a way to scan that network to find all the machines on the network, all the machine names, and then remotely deploy software to all those machines so we didn't have to physically go to each one. The relay enables that. What you want to do is install at least one machine on your network with a relay, and he will take care of all the network discovery tasks. He's going to be the machine that finds all the other computers on your network. He's also going to be the machine that's going to pass commands to other machines. So let's say we loaded Chad's computer here with a relay, and then, Joan in accounting, if we wanted to remotely install computer or remotely install software to Joan's computer, we could push that software out from the cloud console, and Chad's computer would pass the instruction to Joan's machine to do the install. So the relay is kind of the quarterback of your network, and it's not uncommon for networks to have more than one relay as well. A lot of times we're dealing with big customers where they have 100 or more computers. They might have 4 or 5 relays just for load balancing purposes. So you want to have at least one relay, and it's not unusual to have more than one. So here's our packages here. We've set up a package with relay. We've set a package without. For most users, they don't need relay. Like I said earlier, like let's say you had 20 computers, you probably want to have 1 or 2 relays. That's probably it. The average user, you don't want to burden their machine with this slight extra data transmission that's required for a relay machine. A lot of our customers where we're dealing with like an IT administrator, a lot of time the IT staff will set up their machines as relays, and then all the end users don't get the relay software. So anyways, setting up package is probably the next step to do. Like we went over in video 1, setting up companies is 1, and then number 2 is setting out the packages. So now our next step is to how do we deploy those packages to our computers. So let's go over that real quick. We're going to go ahead and install a relay package to this computer so that we can scan this network and see the other machines. To do the initial install, we're going to check the box next to test package with relay, and then I'm going to click the download button up here at the top. Then I select the appropriate download kit for my computer. Now this machine's a 64-bit Windows 7 Pro machine, so I'm going to select this download kit right here. And we're going to go ahead and save this file to the machine. And voila, we're going to come back and install this package in our next video. All right, well, thanks for watching, and come back for video 3, where we're going to install our package, load it on the machine, and do a network discovery and deploy policies.